Hey, man, y'all already know what it is. Them Drop the Jewels boys that's back in the building, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
got Big T 28. We got my brother D
Phlo,
Phlo.
yes,
But I
sir.
got to tap in with y'all and tell y'all one thing, man. I'm super excited. That shit bring tears to my eyes. April the 1st gonna make a whole year since I know D Phlo and we been rocking. April the 1st make a whole year. And there's many more years to go, man. Super excited from the transition of where I was and where I'm at today, how much he made a big impact on my life, how much he helped me, how much he showed me, how much he it just improved in me and each other life, man. And like I said, man, having him, I gained like 20 brothers in one because he showed me so much. He helped me so much. It's shit that I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He know it. And it's times that I be questioning certain things and he get it done. So when you get that type of person, meet that type of friend, man, you gotta love on that. You gotta love that. And one thing about them last week, man, my pops had a birthday party, my stepdad, and we had a good time, man. He was over there before me, and my family, they love him, man. They say, sometimes they tell me, my mama told me, you ain't gotta come D Phlo here. So when she love him like he her son. And when you rock with some person, when you rock with somebody, man, you don't gotta be there. If you trust and believe your family gonna treat him good. Mom do treated you right. He left drunk. Y'all know what he do.
I mean, everybody treated me good. I was over there throwing spades and everything. You feel me?
Most definitely.
But I want to
man.
say that you did a lot for me too, bro.
Oh, most definitely.
We did a lot together. We built a lot together.
Oh, yeah.
Changed my mind state. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I was going through a lot of shit. And I don't know how consistent I would have stayed on everything I'm doing right now. You forced me to stay consistent no matter what. And that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So the support is completely equal between both of us. I just want the world to know that. It's not that I just helped you, we helped each other. We built this together. Because a lot of people aren't willing to, we literally met each other and just started building together. A lot of people aren't willing to do that. So when you meet someone, you guys in the similar type of path, just give it a chance.
We built that foundation first.
Yeah.
We built that foundation. We didn't build a house.
Yeah.
We built a foundation. We built the trust. We built the loyalty. We built the cement, the pavement. Mm-hmm. Before we able to build on a foundation, before you able to build a house, you got to build a foundation. The foundation was built when we trusted in each other that if I miss something that you going to see, if you miss something, I'm going to see. If you question something, I'm going to be able to have your back. Any decision you make, I'm going to back you up. No matter if it go good, if it go bad. That's how relationships gotta be built. It's gotta be off a foundation. Trust and believe that you gonna make the best decision for not just you, but for the both of us. And that's why I love you, because you never led me wrong and I never led you wrong. And we will never lead each other wrong. If we have any disagreement, I sit down and listen to you and you listen to me and we put that shit together. That's what build a fun relationship, a brotherhood.
But you know how I see it? I'm gonna tell you how cement's made. You mix this powder shit with water. So cement wouldn't be cement if it was just the powder. Without the water, it's nothing, right? So me and you laid the powder down. But the water that was poured into the cement, into the powder, was God, because we laid our foundation on God. This whole podcast has been, Drop the Jewels has been laid upon the foundation of God. So God was the water that was put into the powder that we laid down to create this foundation.
Make that cement a certain amount of temperature,
the perfect amount of water.
Yeah. You can't lay cement if you ain't got the certain amount of water. The temperature got to be right outside. Mm-hmm. The heat got to be going. The truck gotta be spinning.
Right.
If that truck not spinning, as he driving to lay down that cement,
it'll harden.
That cement will harden up.
So God not only added the water, but He created the timing. The timing, the turning of the cement truck is the timing. He created the perfect timing.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And that's what I love about you, man. Them Drop the Jewels, boy. We going on 1 year, man. And I like to say, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, it was nothing better than to meet you and be able to change a lot of things in my life. And you showed me so much, even at me being older than you. Man, you keep me going. You keep me on my toes. And guess what? We complete each other, because guess what? When he sleep, I'm up. And when I'm sleep, he up. So most definitely it don't get better. It's all love. We got plenty more years to come. We put a lot of views in within a year. And guess what? There's a lot more to come.
That's
Come
just the
on, D
beginning.
Phlo, drop the jewels.
So I was watching the show earlier, right? And it was called Adolescence. So if you guys haven't watched it on Netflix, it's a good show to watch. In this show, I don't want to give too much of a, I don't want to say too much about the show. But let's just say there's a lot of people who aren't spending enough time with their kids in the world today. This show really, I watched it, and when you see at the end, I'm not going to give it the spoiler, but let me just say that it made me really think, because I know I'm not spending enough time with my kids. So let me ask you this. How important do you feel like it is to spend time with your kids? How much do you feel like it impacts a kid's life?
Man, that's very important. D Phlo, that's very important. Man, and it kills me to say, man, I have 2 daughters, 2 real daughters, Deshira Marie Johnson and Devin Marie Johnson. And I spend a lot of time with Devin Marie Johnson. That's my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter is Deshira. It's very important because spending time show your commitment. It show you watching them growing. It show you watching them elevate. It's showing you able to participate when they're elevating. It show you participating in a time when they growing. They see you at times that they need things. They see you at times when they getting between challenges and growing and elevating and seeing certain things. Even in a time that they starting getting their period. It's very important that you spend time with your kids. And one thing that hurt me to my heart, that I don't get the time to spend with my oldest daughter due to the fact that me and her mama had different mindsets years ago in up and coming, bringing my daughter to where she at the age now.
So how's the relationship now, with you and her?
My daughter, 14, about to be 15 this year. And I could tell you one thing, it's an ongoing situation, and I'm continue to keep praying and asking God to fix the situation. It hurt me to my heart because I love for her to be around me every opportunity, every chance. It is. My life is not going to ever be completed until I have the best relationship with my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter asks me about her sister all the time. She could call her sister, but why my sister don't come over? And I can only tell her that it's a situation that Daddy working on. It hurt me to my heart because what took place with me and her mama is no longer the same situation. I was a young man trying to become a man. She was a young lady trying to become a mother. Mothers learn quicker than fathers. Can you hold that against them? No. But when he willing and ready to make the change, you got to let him become a father. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
D Phlo.
You good?
I would never, ever, ever, ever sleep good until I fix the relationship with my oldest daughter. She going to be graduating in 2 years, and Daddy going to be able to buy you a car. I want the relationship with my kids. A man can't grow in life if they don't fix the relationship with their kids. A man can't be the best husband if they ain't got a relationship with their kids. A man can't be a man if they don't have the relationship with their kids. It's very important.
Facts.
That's your kid.
Right.
Do that shit bother you that you don't see your son
And that's what
every day?
And that's exactly what I'm about to say.
That shit gotta hurt.
It bothers me a lot that I'm not able to.
Do you cry? Do you ever cry?
I have plenty of times cried because I haven't seen my son, And it's like, here's the thing I got to tell the people out there. The message I have is that everybody has different situations. Sometimes you're not able to see your kids, but you still have to try to make an impact on them. If you're not able to spend time with your kids because whatever's going on with baby mama, it's hard to see your kids, the situation, but you got to make sure you call your kids. You got to make sure you try to talk to your kids, because even though I don't see my son as much as I should,
you talk to him a lot.
I talk to him almost every single day. He loves me. He still looks up to me. He asks me for advice. He talks to me about the sports he does. He plays basketball and football. He talks to me every day, and I try to do what I can to impact him. no matter what situation you are in your life, everybody has a different situation. My son doesn't live nowhere near me. So you have to at least try, So let me ask you this. How long has it been since you've seen your other daughter?
Damn, that's tough, dude. That's crazy because my oldest daughter still with me, I want to say about 1.5 years ago.
So you haven't seen her 1.5 years? That's not too bad. Could be worse.
Yeah, 1.5 years.
I mean, that's about how long? I bet about 2 years.
She's still with me.
Okay, how long she stayed with you for?
Man, bro, oh my God. She's still with me, and I gave her the best life, own room, everything. And we had a disagreement because she got disrespectful. And then I had to make a decision. I worked so hard to put her in an environment that she never been in because she from New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't used to that own room. Yeah. Everything. No, she didn't have no choice. She didn't have no
It was
problem.
strict.
It wasn't, all she had to do is clean her room, but she couldn't adopt to that lifestyle. And we got in a disagreement and it led to something where she had to go back to her mama, as knowing my youngest daughter stood with me for years, bringing her to school, walking her to school, driving her to school.
How often do you talk to her, your oldest daughter?
Not as often because she at the point where, I don't know, man. She just want, I don't know. She just want to ask for money. I don't know if she want the relationship. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, once they get to a certain age, it gets that way. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like as a father, how important do we have in our child's life, specifically like sons, from your experience for being a son? When your father is not in your life, do you feel like that can have an effect on you going on the wrong path in life?
90% for sure. Yeah, because fathers could show you things mothers can't show you. Fathers could tell you things that mothers can't tell you. Fathers could show you how to put a rubber on the way mothers can't show you how. Mothers don't know how to put a rubber on because they don't have the same thing we have.
But not only that, like the street life,
all that.
That's the type of stuff that your father can teach you better.
Listen, I just said your mother can't show you how to put on protection. Right. Protection not just the thing to use it to have sex. Right. Protection is to learn street knowledge. Protection is to learn what not to do in the streets, or what to be around and what not to be around. A father bring protection. Protection is something that cover your vagina to where you don't get the wrong things. Mm-hmm. You need that father. And when you don't have that, you lack in certain things to becoming a man. I did that for a long time, and just so happened, you met my stepfather, Jimmy. Mm-hmm. And he called me at the time that it was good to show me, hey, you going down the wrong, let me change it.
Do you feel like your father not being present in your life when you were younger had something to do with the path that you went on?
Yeah, very important. Yeah. Because if he was there, I would have never made some of the decisions. I would have never. But he was in jail, so you can't be mad at that. Right. From trying to be a provider, but man, you said something, man. The fathers of being a daddy. Man, that's one thing I want. I never asked my daughter out of my life. Like, she does. If she called me last week. It was crazy. She called me. And she said, Daddy, they got a fan that want to talk to you. And I'm like, who? And she put somebody on the phone, and after that. So I know she wanted that relationship.
That was your oldest daughter?
Yeah. Okay. I know God working on her attitude and changing her mindset. See, God will keep people away from you when he trying to work on people. He worked on me. He want to work on my daughter. And he want to change the mindset in the things that she see.
Working on both of y'all.
Most definitely. And I'm prepared and ready. I got to let the world know. If anything that I love ever deeply, man, my first child. When I see I provided a seed, a young daughter, God gave me daughters for a reason, man. To become a better man to my household, to be a leader, to be a provider, to be a role model.
And how old is she?
14, gonna be 15.
So she's 14. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like a mother alone can stop a young man or a young lady from going down the wrong path? Do you feel like a mother alone is capable of stopping, or does it take both?
A mother could do only a certain amount. If it's just a mother alone, she gotta work. She gotta provide. She gotta be there for her other kids. She gotta watch all the other kids. So it's gonna be tough. But two people in the same household, a father gonna provide. He gonna take some of the stress off the mother. Now she able to focus on the kid.
But even if they're not in the same household, it's just that
it's tough. It's tough.
Tough.
You gotta be in the same household.
It's better if you are.
It's better.
But the reason why I don't want to say you need that because a lot of people aren't in that situation.
Nah, but you need that.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
I wanna tell every person, if you make a kid or you bring a child in this world, make sure you bring it up in the same household. That's very important.
Right.
If you don't, it's gonna bring separation and decisions that's gonna have to be made from one of each other that might not fit both of y'all. One might make a decision to go live out of town, and you might not be wanting to live out that town or in that city or state. So bring your kids.
Or one might still want the relationship, and because you don't want to be with them, they'll try to keep the kids away because now you're pursuing a new relationship. I agree that the best case scenario is to stay together. But I try to stay realistic and say that a lot of people are in situations where they are separated. So as a father, I feel like it's so important to just say that, look, you got to be there for your kids. I get it. Life happens. If you get, like you said, your dad was locked up. I can understand that. You know, things happen. But if you're capable in a situation to be there for your kids, I just want to give all the encouragement to do it. Because the reason why I'm asking these questions is there's a lot of kids who don't have their parents in their life. And if dad, mother, whichever. And as a result, they're not able, they're on the wrong path in life. They're behind. Like, it's like a generational curse because now when they're 18, they're not really where they should be in life because they didn't learn everything that they should have learned. They may have only learned from their mom, so they're missing one side, or they only learn from dad, so they're missing one side, whatever the case may be. They don't have the full spectrum of life because it takes a male and a female. For no matter if you're a woman or man, you need the male and a woman's perspective in you if you want to have the full spectrum.
I'll tell you one thing, D Phlo. When God bless me, or when he do bless me, and I bring a kid in this world, you know, Big Team want a son.
Mm-hmm.
I need a son. God, y'all heard me? I need a son. Baby Team 28, baby drop the jewels. So me and D Phlo, then when D Phlo and my son could be in that's the up and coming drop the jewels boy. But I could tell you one thing.
Yes, sir.
Knock on wood, when God do bless me with a son, I would not be without my son and a mother in the same household.
Yeah.
That going through all these different situations showed me that if I'm able to give it, to provide it, to get her pregnant, I'm able to marry her until death do us apart.
Right. That's how it should be. That's really the right way to do it. No doubt. What do you have to say to the parents that don't love their children? Because, I mean, I feel like, look, if you have a child and you're not in their life, do you love them? What do you have to say to the parents who literally don't love their children or they just don't show their children that they love them?
Man, D Phlo, listen. D Phlo, man, that's tough.
It's a tough one.
To be honest with you, D Phlo, let me tell you something, bro. I can only speak on my situation. I don't know, man. I get numb to the situation because I'm at the point like, Daddy take the extra step to show you. Daddy go the extra mile to try. Daddy go to through the loops and turns to show you what more do you want from daddy to say, you know what, I'm gonna give my daddy a chance. My daddy never did me nothing. I only heard things from my mama.
But see, here's the thing. You love your kids. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you that there's parents out here who don't love their kids.
Man, if you out here and you don't love your kids, then you fucked up. You just fucked up. You just fucked up. Like you'll never be blessed, D Phlo. You'll never. God gave you kids and created these beautiful people from you, of you, got things within you. And if you don't love them, then there's something wrong, D Phlo. I don't know. If you don't love your fucking kids, then something wrong with you.
If you don't love your kids,
I can't even imagine at night when I lay down, I worry about my daughter where and being, how she living, do she need anything, and that's just me being a man. Even in my household, I can't lay the fuck down if I know my household not right or
exactly
my sprout worrying.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You do love your kids. You do love your kids, but you are ignoring it. You are letting something that has happened in your life, whether it be what happened with your parents or what happened with your baby mama, you are making that make you believe in yourself that you don't love your kids. You love your kids. When your kid was born, you love your kid. You are letting something stop you. So that's what I want to get to the next topic. What do you have to say to the baby mamas? Because look, there's a lot of people aren't in their kids' lives because of the baby mama. The baby mama is in the way. We'll let them spend time with the kids. So what do you have to say to the men out there who want to be in their children's life, but their baby mama won't allow it? They want to, but the relationship, they broke up, they moved on. The baby mama's just upset.
To you young ladies, to you baby mamas, to you mothers, get up out the way. Please, let a man be a father. Despite all what you've been through, all the trials and tribulations, all the letdowns, men do make changes for the better. Men do go through pain, trouble, and situations.
Right.
They deal with it. Mothers want, a baby mamas want to see them. They want to see the pain for their own self. Not knowing that men deal with pain behind closed doors.
Right.
They will not show the pain so you could physically see it and laugh at them. Mm-hmm. But they going through it.
Yeah.
A real true father, daddy that want to be in their children's life, they dealing. They going through it. It hurt. Mothers, get out the way. We need to go into 2025, working on 2026, going into 2026, saying, you know what? I'm going to let my kids' father, my kids' daddy step up. They showing me I'm ready. We need that, D Phlo. 2026 is going to be where we see the most fathers post on Father's Day with their kids. That's the day that you need to be posting with your children on Father's Day, showing them that this mine. I love them. That's one thing I always look for. Father's Day, I don't give a damn what I got planned. I need to spend it with my kids first because I love my kids. I could never make another Deshara endeavor. I could never make another one. God gave me 2 girls and changed my life. He changed me for the better. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm more better, I need La Junior. I need La Junior.
Right.
La Junior, man, I can't wait till I tell you I got La Junior on your way.
But I'll tell you what, like, as important as
do you want a daughter?
I mean, I have 2.
Yeah, I know, but
I would love to have a kid with my girl for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I don't really feel like people realize.
They love you, D Phlo.
They do. They love you.
Oh, man. I be looking at D Phlo. The weekend, he had both of the girls. I'm like, oh, hell no. I said, it's funny watching you deal with 2 girls. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no, how
so
the hell he gonna deal with one? He got an old one and one on. Come on, baby. And I'm like, oh Lord, man, my dog. But you do a hell of a job. And one thing about you that I love, that you don't separate them, and you support both of them, and you down both of they anytime they need you, you there for both of them. And I had a good time the weekend past to see both of them having a good time and just smiling and just ask them, is they all right? How they doing? How they feeling? And that's one thing that I can't take away from you. And God see all the good what you do. See, when God see good in you and how you do with other people's children, it's not yours, but it's your girl children. And how you treat them shows you how you is as an individual, who you is as a character, and it show God that your obedience to Him in the kids, and that's very important.
Yeah.
That's why you gonna continue to grow, because you don't mistreat them. You treat them like they your own. And I know man. Listen, man, D Phlo White, he's showing up to their gathering. Come on now. I went to a wedding where it was all white folks, D Phlo. I said, whoa, I'm out of place.
I don't ever feel out of place with your
You
family.
never?
Not with your family, no.
Not with my family, because they're crazy. But you ever felt out of place?
I feel more out of place in a room full of white people.
You do?
To be honest with you.
Damn. Shit, I feel out of place with the white people.
But see, I feel like, look, there's been my daughters since they were young. You know what I'm saying? I love them as if they're my own. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do it for a blessing. I do it because I love them, you know?
All right.
And if I had my son here, I would treat him just the same. Like, and that's why, look, I'll respond to, let me speak to the mothers.
Talk to them, D Phlo.
Look.
We got to order a lot of pizzas for your son.
You said what?
We got to order a lot of pizzas for your son.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
For sure. But look, there's a lot of fathers out here who want to be a father. And there's a lot of mothers who are stopping them from doing it because they're jealous, because they don't like they broke up and they move on to new relationships. You have to let that father be a father, because the only person you're hurting is the kid. Yeah, the father might be sad. He might break down sometimes because he can't see his son or his daughter. But the real one who's going to hurt, and that is going to be the child. The child's the one that's going to be traumatized. The child's the one who's going to grow up and say, I didn't have my dad or my mom in my life because they couldn't see them. They don't understand. Well, I'm an adult. I understand. You're unhappy because I moved on. The child don't understand. The child won't understand until they get much older. Get out the way and let them be a father. Let them be a mother, whatever the case may be. If child support's the problem, whatever, work it out. For the fathers out there who can't see their kids, I'll tell you from experience, it's hard. I've been dealing with this stuff since my son was young. It's always a fight. I remember memories where I would get my son, and he would be here. He would be with me in Atlanta, and my baby mama would call him and say, "Oh, blah 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 blah, you're gonna leave early," and tell him that he has to leave summer early, and he would cry his eyes out. My girl seen it. He cried his eyes out. It's like these children want to spend time with their father so bad. If that father wants to be a father, let him be a father. Let him be the first child, because that shit hurts both of them. You know, like, that child needs that time. That's the time that they remember when they get older, when they went to the summer with their dad, when they went to the summer with their mom. Get out the way and don't give up. To the fathers out there, don't give up. Because no matter how much they get in the way, your child is going to remember when you kept fighting. Your child's going to remember when you kept calling. Your child's going to remember when you kept writing. Your child's going to remember when you kept trying. But if you give up, they're going to remember that too. And that's what, don't ever give up trying to be a father to your children or a mother. No matter what's going on, as long as you try and as long as you talk to them and communicate, they'll still remember you and love you. But as soon as you give up, that's it. You'll always remember it as that father that gave up. And that's my message to y'all. Don't give up. And that's a powerful message.
Don't give up.
Don't give up trying to be a father.
Don't
no matter
give up
what.
trying to be a father. No matter what. No matter the situation, no matter the circumstances, continue to try to be a father. Times gonna get hard, baby. Mama's gonna deny you. trials and tribulations gonna go on. Continue to be a father, try to be a father. I miss my child. I want to be with my child. I feel I changed. I want to make a change. I want to be in my child's life. But my baby mama stopping. She bitter. She mad. She mad that I move on. I ain't mad. I ain't jealous. I understand things happen. Time change. Mindset being. Come on, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Get up out the way of being a father.
100%. And this is what I got to say. One more thing I want to say
Talk
to
me,
the
D-Phlo.
kids. I'm speaking to the teenagers right here who are going through this right now.
Don't make no fucking kids.
No, well, that too. But
if you ain't committed to them.
But here, I'm speaking to teenagers that don't have their father or their mother in their life. Look, if you're one of those teenagers right now who you have your mom is maybe bitter, she's keeping you away from your father, just please try to understand your father. If your dad doesn't try, then I'm not speaking to you. But if you see your dad trying to communicate, he's reaching out, he's trying to do better, but maybe he hasn't been around for a long time. Maybe you're 16 years old and you haven't heard from your dad much in your life. Maybe you don't realize that it was your mom who was keeping him away. So I'm speaking to you right now. Give him a chance. Don't push him away. If your father is trying to be a father, let him try. Give him a chance. No matter what, give him another chance. If he just keeps messing up and doing some crazy stuff, all right, I get it. But if you haven't seen him for a while, just please give him a chance, because a lot of these fathers, they're trying and they're going through things, and maybe they don't have no money. Maybe they can't pay the child support. Maybe they can't keep up with things. Maybe the mom won't. That's the real issue. But give him a chance, right? I mean, do you agree with that?
Hell yeah,
give him a chance, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Give him a chance, because if you don't, then maybe they'll give up. I mean, if you're showing them that you don't care, then maybe they'll, just like what you said with your daughter, you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Give them a chance.
I mean, I know at the end of the day, you want to try to fix things faster than what it's supposed to be fixed, but at the end of the day, God gonna fix everything. God gonna change everything. I put it in God's hands. No, yeah, I'm there. If she called me, I'll answer. If she need me, I'm there. If there's anything I could do, I'm there. It's just that I want to spend more time with my child. I want her to be under me more. I want us to do more things, and that's the difference. We talk. She'll call me. She'll ask me for something, but it's just the time. I want to spend more time. Right. I wanted to spend more time. It ain't that I can't get in touch with her. I can't talk to her. It's just I want to spend time. You want to spend the actual. I want to spend time in personal time. Yeah. I told her I could talk to her. I could call her. I could do anything, but I want to spend more time. I want to show her the physically love, not the material love. Yeah, exactly. So I want to say one more thing before we get out of here. When your kids grow up, as they're growing up, they're going to make some mistakes in life. And some of those mistakes might be some really terrible, bad mistakes. You don't want to wait till it's too late to see your children get down that path so far down, whether it be a male or female, where they've made mistakes that cannot be fixed. You could be away from your child, and they could be dealing with the trauma of it, and they could end up killing somebody. And now you have to deal with them spending life in prison. Or you could have a daughter who gets pregnant at 14 years old because you weren't there as a father or a mother. Spend that time with them. Going back to the beginning of this episode, we talked about why you should spend time with your kids, because that time you spend is what gets them to get on that right track. And if you don't spend that time with your kids, it could become too late. That's very important. It can get to the point where they're too far down the wrong path and you can't get them off of it. Because, look, once you be 16 years old, you start to feel like you're your own person. You feel like nobody can tell you shit. And if you haven't instilled those qualities into them, by the time they become their own person, you may not ever be able to get them off that path. They might end up being a career criminal because you weren't there as a father or a mother. Some people can change, but all I'm saying is you don't want to regret and say, I should have been there. I should have did better. I should have spent more time. I should have been a better parent. Most definitely. Hey, this summer we gonna make that commitment that you gonna have your son. We gonna fly out and get you. I don't want to drive. Tell you hell no, I ain't driving there. Fuck no. It's far, huh? It's too far. How far it is? That's like days of driving. There and back, that's days. We flying. Where they at? Kentucky. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I thought they was in Florida, Atlanta. They in Kentucky? My son lives in Cincinnati. All right, yeah.
Ohio.
That's Ohio. Oh, yeah, we flying. We going to get him. We going to bring him back down here. He going to roll with us. Hell yeah, we flying.
He's definitely coming.
So when you plan to go out there, let the world know.
This summer I'll have my son, and he'll be on the podcast. So stay tuned for that for sure. Yes, sir. Well, I mean, on the we could put him on Drop the Jewels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's put him on Drop the Jewels. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
So this summer you flying out there to get him.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
You ever been to Kentucky?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been there many times to pick him up.
Yeah.
It's just, you know.
How long the flight is?
The flight. Well, I'll probably just fly him here. You know, he's old enough now. He can just fly here.
You don't want to go get him?
I mean, I could.
It's cheaper to go fly him.
Yeah, just fly him here.
Just fly him in.
Yeah.
Then,
I mean, you know, he's flown here before. It's just that we had a situation where she wouldn't let me see him. You know how life goes. And that's why I'm speaking.
It's easier to fly him here, though.
It's easier.
Yeah,
so he'll fly out here. We're going to have a good time. But, you know, I know what it's like to not be able to see your child.
So
yeah, for sure.
He
Oh, yeah, he could eat good. He likes to eat good, for sure.
He don't eat all that. He eat everything, right?
He eat everything.
Yeah, all right. He going to love Mom Duke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
He going to be full.
He's coming for the summer, whole summer.
You going to bring him over there to get him a haircut by
Oh, yeah.
What he got, braids? He don't got no braids.
No, he keep it faded.
Little haircut.
Yeah.
We could bring him over there.
Yeah, we get a cut over there.
Yeah.
But look, the message of this podcast is just be a better parent.
Be a better father. Be a better parent. Just be a better leader.
Mother.
Yeah.
Make sure that you allow the relationship with your child and the father or the mother. Get out the way.
Most definitely.
Get out the way.
Don't be in the way of your kids trying to build a relationship with their parent, because that's very important. They'll never forget who held them back.
They won't. If you're a mother
that'll make them
who's
bitter.
holding back that relationship between your child and the father, best believe that one day you will pay for that. That child will realize that you didn't allow it. That child will realize that you were the one in the way. So that child might hate their father growing up because he wasn't there. But once they realize the real story, and they realize the mother was the one the problem, you're going to be dealing with that later. So to the mothers out there, get out the way.
Most definitely. This is the Drop the Jewels, boy. We out the building, man.
Yeah.
Y'all already know what it is. Go be a father. Go be a mother. Stop hating. Let them kids fathers see their daughters.
Yes, sir. We'll see you on the next episode. Yes, sir.